And great to welcome to our book segment today, a man who has written a book that hopefully will help a lot of people that are trying to get back in shape. It's called The Burst Workout, The Power of 10-Minute Interval Training. We're joined today by the co-author of the New York Times bestseller, The Daniel Plan, Sean Feucht, joined us by telephone today. And Sean, how are you today?
I'm great, Doug. How are you?
I'm doing great. I had a chance to read through the book. I haven't started it yet because I just got the book, but I like your idea of only having to do 10 minutes a day.
Thank you, my friend. Well, I appreciate that. Exactly. I think that's you, like many others, feel the same way.
I think with so many people trying to find time just to get their life in order, I think that's one thing that's good about the book. But also, I guess, you don't really have to exercise an hour or two a day to get in shape, right? Isn't that the point?
Yeah, Doug, that's what we realized. In fact, the three main barriers that we were really beginning to analyze and study that most people contend with. And I think if you were to ask 10 people on the street today, neighbors, friends, family members, do you believe regular exercise is good for you? Research would show that at least 9 out of 10 would say, for sure, I 100% believe that. So we know exercise is good for us. But three main barriers that we began to see that the research was showing. The number one reason why most people don't exercise is lack of time. And especially the research would show perception of lack of time. We believe that we don't have enough time. But I think that there is some truth to that. We are so busy. Most of us are going 100 miles an hour. I had a client of mine one day say to me, she says, Sean, I have 2 jobs. I've got 4 kids. I'm a single mom, and I literally don't have time to go to the bathroom. And she is really struggling and having a hard time. So when people like me say, oh, you just got to prioritize it and make an hour, set time aside, for some, it's really difficult to do that. So that's the first barrier. The second barrier is motivation. Getting fit is one thing. That's a challenge in and of itself, especially if we've tried before and failed. We have this lack of confidence that we can do it, but it's staying fit. It's being consistent over time that's very difficult. The motivation wanes. And then thirdly would be boredom. And so what we did, Doug, is we began to look at those 3 barriers and began to structure a 10-minute fitness routine called Burst Training that we can actually begin to study. We were blown away by the impact that we saw with this burst approach. I mean, we saw people losing 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds. I had a client lost 80 pounds with modifying their diet and doing the 10-minute approach. Blown away. I was skeptical, to be honest with you, and I could not be more pleased that we have a program like this to offer to people.
Yeah, I think one of the misconceptions, you talk about it in the book, that dieting is going to do all the weight loss for you, but or just walking will do it for you, but you got to combine both, right? Diet and like you said, the aerobics, I guess. Isn't that what really gets rid of the weight?
Yeah, really, if your listeners are very interested in losing weight, studies have shown that the majority of weight loss is nutrition related. That's interesting, isn't it? But I mean, 80% of our nutritional intake, when it comes to weight management concern, if you want to lose weight, start modifying your diet, no question. But here's something very important. Let's say all you did was just change your diet. That's really good. It's very healthy for you. But you can't become fit by changing your diet. Your body will never be fit just by eating healthy. You may be healthier and you may lose weight, but your body, physically, you're not going to become fit. You're not going to improve your cardiovascular endurance. You're not going to improve your muscle density. You're actually not going to slow the aging process when it comes to your muscles decaying. The only way to do that is to move your body. So we've got to move, and the 4 ways to move are cardiovascular exercise, as you were referring to, like walking, for example, resistance training or weight training or body weight exercises to strengthen our upper and lower body, core strengthening for our abdominal muscles, hip and lower back, and then stretching. Those are the 4 key elements. And to be honest with you, Doug, when you talk to people about those 4 components, most people are maybe doing one of them or maybe 2, but the majority of us are not doing all 4. So we decided to put all 4 into one 10-minute workout. We, like I mentioned, are blown away that people are benefiting from this 10-minute approach.
And one thing that is good about this, you don't have to have fancy equipment, right? Just looking at the exercises in the book, maybe some weights, but you really don't need a lot of fancy equipment or expensive equipment.
Exactly. Another barrier that I did not mention, and that is convenience. And that is, for many people, really the cost of a gym, buying equipment. They don't need any of that. I mean, think about it. If you think about one of the best exercises for your upper body is a push-up. We show in the book there's over 90 different exercises that are burst movements that people can do, but right at your desk, right in the kitchen, in a hotel room, doesn't have to be in a gym. We show them how to strengthen and tone their upper body just by performing a push-up. Now, it could be on a chair, a desk, again, any apparatus. On the wall, we show them how to do wall push-ups. So you could be any fitness level performing this 4-3-2-1 approach. You really can.
And 4-3-2-1 meaning 4 minutes of the aerobic, right? 3 minutes resistance, 2 core strengthening, and then finish up with stretching, right, for a minute?
Yeah, Doug, real quickly, what we found in our research is that interval training, 4 minutes of interval training. So, for example, we show people like at their desk how to do a movement like chair jogging, for example. If you sat on the edge of your chair and you just began to move your arms like you were jogging and began to move your feet, and we asked you for 30 seconds, we want you to go as fast as you can, like you're throwing a temper tantrum like a child. Do that for 30 seconds, and then 30 seconds you want to go slowly, and then repeat that cycle for 4 minutes. We show people how to do this anywhere, anytime. Studies have shown you can burn 9 times more body fat performing interval training compared to slow aerobic exercise. Then we show them how to do 3 minutes of resistance training, then 2 minutes of core. One of the best ways to look and feel 10 pounds lighter is to improve your posture. And so we show folks just 2-minute exercises that they can do at their desk or wherever they are, watching TV even, to strengthen and tone their abdominal, their core, and then 1 minute of stretching. And that's it.
And this is the type of workouts that professional athletes use. Maybe a little bit more time involved, but isn't that basically what they do to stay in shape?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we did, Doug, is we not only tested this with individuals that were sedentary and hadn't exercised in years, we began to test this with elite athletes. So we asked them to repeat the 4-3-2-1 cycle 3 or 4 or even 5 times. So their workout duration was longer, but the response was, we had professional athletes telling us this was the most challenging workout I've ever done because they what's called stacking. They did 3 or 4 or 5 sets as opposed to just 1 set. So you can make it as easy or as challenging as you like. In fact, Doug, one of the things I'd encourage your listeners to do, we're offering a free 10-day challenge on our website. We'd love to have you guys take it. It's basically asking them to do 2 things. We're going to send you a move of the day every day for approximately a minute. Just do a minute move. That's all we're asking you to do. And then share it on Facebook or Twitter how you did. And after the end of 10 days, really how you look and feel. You're going to be amazed at how you look and feel in just 10 days.
Great. The Burst Workout is the name of the book, The Power of 10-Minute Interval Training. I know at the back of the book, too, you have a kind of a worksheet. You can kind of keep a journal, right, or a diary of your exercises, too, right? Keep track of it?
Yes. Yeah, in fact, one of the things we found is tracking your progress is very important. So we included a journal, and folks can actually access that as well. We have a ton of free giveaways. We sign up for the challenge at burstworkout.com. Love to have you come join us. The book's available anywhere, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, but we'd love to have you. Be skeptical. I would encourage your listeners, be skeptical, give it a try, but you'll be amazed at how just performing burst movements either throughout your day or all together at one time for 10 minutes can dramatically impact your health and your well-being.
Great. Sean Foy, he's been our guest. And Sean, great talking with you. Hopefully we can do it again. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Doug. Thank you, my friend.